This is the future site of Camp Beaverton, a queer, sex-positive theme camp within Burning Man. We came to meet the Beavers, and this is what we found.
In 2007, which was Camp Beaverton's first year, I was married. I had never been with a woman. I had a 3-year-old son, and I knew I was gay, and I was terrified of lesbians.
Being queer is one of the only minority groups that you're not born into. You know, you don't instantly have that community.
I met the Beavers right after the burn 4 years ago, fell in love with the idea. It was my first time sleeping in a tent, first PBR, first everything.
When I told my dad I was camping with Camp Beaverton, he asked me, are they expecting you to do things?
People here have allowed me to play with many different aspects of myself.
We've got Beavers! We've got queers! We've got fakes! We've got everybody that loves everybody! And we love Burning Man!
As I told you earlier, I live in a triad relationship, so I'm all about the threesomes.
What's a vulva? Because people don't even know the word, but people often use the word vagina, vagina, vagina for everything.
There's a closer connection between my groin and my heart right now than there has been in a very long time.
You know, all the women go in the dome and they have the strap-on-a-thon and they're interacting with each other. And
I've had a lot more sex than I anticipated, and it's so great.
And I'm just completely bullshitting. I don't know what
I'm picking up teeny tiny pieces of trash on the fly.
The whole spirit of the camp has just dropped. Burning Man's hard, don't come.
I thought the film was interesting because I wasn't sure what it would be about, and I guess like I was mentioning here to my friend Jeff, that it sounds like a lot of the people were going on a kind of a personal journey. And for gay men here in Phoenix, we have something like the Man-to-Man organization, in which you're talking about like different types of sexual activities or whatever. And I was just kind of curious, is there much in Phoenix for women along anything like that? Because it, you know, it sounded like a lot of that was kind of relating to some of that journey stuff that.
Yeah, I'm not aware of anything like this. I wasn't even aware of this event. So I mean, what do we have here? We've got the cash in. That's basically, you know, and then we've got some of the bars. But no, we don't have anything like that around here. Is that what you were asking? If we have
I guess so. If it was much, because I guess some of the issues or some of the interaction that other women would have with women in other groups or discussion groups or whatever would perhaps be more limited. And I didn't know anything about Burning Man, so that was kind of interesting. So it sounds like that's just a fragment of that. So that was interesting.
Yeah, for the most part, I mean, we've got the Lesbian Social Network out of One Voice, and, you know, there's some Facebook groups and that kind of a thing. There's lots of outdoor activities that we do, but nothing that even closely resembles a play party or La Playa or anything like this that you saw in the film.
I think a lot of that has to do with the culture of Burning Man too, because it does, like, one of the main emphasis with that is that it was a safe environment to do that. That's how I perceived it, at least. What other thoughts came up while watching the movie?
Actually, I saw the advertisement for the Desperado Film Festival on the PVCC website, and I saw an advertisement over the banner that said Camp Beaverton, and I did some research, and I saw that it wasn't just Camp Beaverton, it was part of the bigger organization of Burning Man. So I did some research about Burning Man, and I really liked how they shed the rules of society and how they just kind of, everyone was themselves and was comfortable with being themselves, and that's why I was interested in seeing this film, because I actually wanted to see how it worked as well with Burning Man. And I'm just interested in those types of society norms that people are strong enough with themselves and who they are to push aside and be like, I just want to go somewhere where I can be myself with fellow humans who also want to be themselves. So I just thought this film was really enlightening.
Yeah, absolutely. That was remarked by several of the people in there, that they were able to shed these layers of themselves and just really feel in a natural environment and not have to worry about societal pressures or anything. Thank you. Was there another hand back there?
So I was having a conversation with a friend of mine, and my friend is poly, and she was saying it would be really great if everyone, regardless if they were monogamous or monogamish or poly, all abided by poly standards, which was really, I thought, well played in the movie, and that is creating a safe space for everyone, acting as an individual, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And so the key thing in poly relationships is communication and is respect for others and is that. And there are poly communities here in Phoenix. To what degree things are on a more known schedule, I think it varies community by community. I just moved back to the Valley after living in Seattle for 13 years, and in Seattle there's a sex positive facility there that does a variety of things a la Burning Man and a la Camp Beaverton. But at any rate, I think for me what the film really showed is that creating of a sacred space and that creating of safety.
Absolutely, thank you. And I kind of want to go off of some of what you said, because when I saw this documentary for the first time, that is the first time I had heard the term sex positive. What are our thoughts on that term? If there are any thoughts on that term. We got a hand back there.
When you say what are your thoughts, I just immediately think of there's a young lady who is popular on the internet who she's basically, I guess you would call a public speaker. She does speak to public forums on the internet, so I guess that's a form of public speaking. And her thing is sex positive. And basically, what I gather from videos that she creates, basically sex positive is just another way that people are trying to achieve happiness among other humans, like in a better society. Sex is a major part of being human. Whether people have sex or don't have sex, it's very important. And I think if people try to build a community in comfort when it comes to accepting that part of yourself, that's kind of what sex positivity is, just something that people probably need to feel happy and comfortable with being themselves. And those are my thoughts.
Thank you. All right, well, if no one has any other comments, we'll go ahead and end this post-film discussion. And I really encourage you all to stick around for the next film because it will be a good one. It begins at 5 p.m. All right, thank you.